Elizabeth is playing hooky. How far will she go to save her sister? I like how the book pretends that it's Elizabeth's decision, when the truth is that Jessica will manipulate Elizabeth into doing whatever she wants, whenever she wants.
Argofunk Book Review, Argofunk Book Review.
In Book 6, Brooke Dennis's father was a famous screenwriter who wrote the equivalent of the Fast and the Furious series. Now he's the writer for a soap opera? That feels like a major step down for him. Also, in real life, soap operas have more than one writer. Most TV shows do. Anyway, the soap opera is filming a scene at the mall. All the girls are excited to see a hunky actor named Kent Kellerman. Thanks to her dad, Brooke has passes, which will get them onto the set. Elizabeth makes Jessica promise not to ask Brooke for the passes. Jessica never breaks her promises, so... What? Jessica never breaks her promises? Are you serious, book? Jessica lies and breaks promises all the time. Since Jessica never breaks her promises, she and Lila come up with a workaround. They pretend to be best friends with Brooke. They give her food and pretend that they want her to join the cheerleading squad. That way, Brooke is extremely grateful to them. Then they say, "Oh, gee, I sure love Kent. I wish I knew someone who could get us onto the set to meet him. Hint, hint." As usual, Elizabeth sits there and doesn't say anything when she could easily put a stop to the scheme here at the start. Brooke gets passes for Jessica and Lila. The bad news is that the show films during lunch and gym class. Conveniently, the gym teacher is gone this week. Lila and Jessica decide to skip gym class and go to the soap opera. Again, Elizabeth could easily put a stop to this by telling a teacher, but she doesn't. All Elizabeth does is say, "I'm not going to bail you out of trouble." A mere 2 pages later, Elizabeth bails Jessica out of trouble. That is, Elizabeth hears the gym teacher is still at school today. She goes all the way across town to the mall to warn Jessica about the gym teacher. The girls rush back to school before anyone notices they're gone. They almost get away with it, but the principal's secretary was at the soap opera. What? Why was the secretary at the soap opera? Did Brooke give her a free pass too? Only Lila and Jessica get caught. As punishment, they have to clean the school, and Jessica isn't allowed to play in the big basketball game this week. Jessica is devastated because she loves showing off in front of other people, and she hates the idea of Billy Layton being the team's best player. She forces Elizabeth to agree to a twin swap, so she can still play in the big basketball game. Jessica quickly goes from, "We'll only swap during the game," to, "We have to swap during the game and practice. Guess that means you have to clean the school in my place today. Sorry. Oh, and this also means you have to cancel the big newspaper interview you've been planning for weeks, because I can't be bothered to remember anything about it. Your problem, not mine." Jessica is a terrible person. Luckily for Elizabeth, Brooke gets a replacement interview with Kent, the soap opera hunk. The book completely skips over this scene. Why? Elizabeth gets Jessica a signed photo of Kent, as if Jessica deserves a present. Jessica is upset during the basketball game because she doesn't get to play until the second half. Jessica plays so well that the coach does not let Billy back into the game. I don't know why. You don't bench your top player just because your second best player is doing well. You play both of them at the same time. That way your team is guaranteed to win. Sweet Valley wins the game. Jessica is picked as the MVP, and she gets a special trophy. Again, why does the book think Jessica deserves a happy ending? Elizabeth feels guilty about what happened. She confesses the truth to her parents and the principal. The truth about playing hooky, that is. Elizabeth does not tell the truth about the twin swap. She continues to lie to everyone about how she helped Jessica escape punishment and play in the basketball game. Elizabeth punishes Jessica by forcing her to clean once, and by allowing Jessica to keep the MVP trophy. That doesn't sound like much of a comeuppance to me. The end. Post-book follow-up. This was a good book for the series, as the plot is continually moving and going forward. I was expecting the book to dwell on the Hooky storyline way more than it did. I thought it would be like half the book, not just a chapter. And when the book cycled back to the Hooky story at the end, my reaction was, wait, what? That was 50 pages ago. Why didn't Elizabeth say anything about it earlier? Honestly, I think helping Jessica with constant lying, manipulating, and avoiding punishment was way worse than missing part of a class. Other reviewers felt that the book went overboard in its insistence that playing hooky is the worst thing possible. At the same time, it presents cheating to win a sports trophy as an ultimate good. I think the book could have done more with Brooke, who is mainly a generic Elizabeth friend in this book. She doesn't have the personality she had in book 6. The book could have been funnier and more lighthearted, but I think it is fine at its current level of seriousness. Really, what's holding me back from giving it a top score is the fact that Jessica is rewarded for being awful the whole time, while Elizabeth suffers for trying to do good. Change the ending so both twins get the punishments they deserve, and then I'd say this book is totally great. I give Sweet Valley Twins number 20, Jessica Gets a Trophy for Skipping School, a 9 out of 10.